Well, here's a shocker. Apparently for MAGA and the Republican Party, there is a line that Trump can cross.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients? Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now.
So here's our very easy question. If Trump didn't have sex with underage girls, why can't we see the quantum client list? You know, the client list that simultaneously does and doesn't exist. And the second question is, what will it take for MAGA to see the light? Because at least one really crazy MAGA has.
Roseanne Barr just turned on Donald Trump. After the former president said it's unbelievable, people are still talking about Jeffrey Epstein, the comedian, one of his most vocal supporters, publicly blasted him. She wrote on social media, "Yes, we still care about Epstein," and told him to read the damn room. Trump had tried to deflect to the Texas floods, but Barr wasn't having it, showing even his staunchest allies are drawing a line.
That's Roseanne, and she's mentally ill in the very worst way. But even in her warped world, she can spot a pedophile. She tweeted out this: "Mr. President, yes, we still care about Epstein. Is there a time to not care about child sex trafficking? Read the damn room." Wow. After MAGA spent the last 4 years implying that Biden likes to sniff women's hair, which I'll admit is weird, it's a little bit different than having sex with 13-year-old girls.
Sex charges against me.
No, Matt, I'm not talking about you. But this guy, however, is on record for admitting that he likes them young, even when they're his own.
ET discovered this footage in our archive, which we provided to CBS News.
Soon. Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years.
So the connection between Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein isn't new news. Trump admitted he knew Epstein for 15 years, even stating that Epstein, quote, likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. In 2021, as part of Ghislaine Maxwell's trial, it was revealed that Donald Trump lied about riding on Epstein's plane. He actually flew on it 7 times, but the flight logs do not include the ages of the passengers. Trump and Epstein were sued by a woman who went by the pseudonym Katie Johnson. Johnson alleged that Trump raped her at a party inside Epstein's New York home.
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Stop it! Oh, it's so weird. My question is, if Pam Blondy isn't protecting Trump, who are they protecting?
Why has DOJ not just done one basic thing and gone to the courts and say we want to unseal all the records associated with Epstein so the American people can see it? Why, and then release those? Why, this is supposed to be about the most transparent administration ever. Why has that not even happened? Why are they fighting that?
Because they're not going to be perpetuating unfounded theories about Epstein, and no further disclosure will be appropriate or warranted. That's what they're telling the American people. All of the concerns you have about Epstein are all unfounded. And how are they? Why are they unfounded? Because we reviewed the evidence we're not going to give to you.
Well, I woke up this morning and turned my phone on, and there were hundreds of text messages saying, "Oh my God, the DOJ just put out a letter," I know you've all seen now, saying there is no Epstein client list. There never was any blackmail operation. Epstein killed himself, and the investigation's closed. So everybody wants to know what I think. Well, I know what's going on. And so I'll tell you. Trump had 2 ways to go with all of this. He could prosecute all of these incredibly prominent people, household names, or they could use the information to blackmail the deep state. I've done deep research, have a lot of contacts, and know Trump's MO. And he's not into kids, he's not into being peed on, and Russian hotels, all that was.
That might be my favorite. The Justice Department isn't protecting Trump. He would never hurt a woman.
You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab him by the pussy.
Well, who then is Trump protecting? I mean, how fucking stupid do they think people are? Here's what MAGA thought about Epstein when Biden was president.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients? Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now.
In Epstein's case, it is incredibly disturbing. We have flight logs, we have information, names that will come out.
What names are in there, man? You understand how many powerful people probably want this thing to desperately go away?
The FBI airmailed into that operation and said, this is not getting out. Because they do that because they this is another government gangster operation.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
But now that Trump is in charge and can release the whole thing, he chose to instead say, there's nothing here. You don't need to see it. And you know what that means? There is. That means the Attorney General, the FBI Director, J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, and who knows how many others are in on whatever the fuck is in those files. Even Dairy Queen wants answers. She tweeted, what about her little black book? The 97-page book contains the names and contact details of almost 2,000 people, including world leaders, celebrities, and businessmen. No one believes there is not a client list. And even Elon Musk's AI machine said this. According to Jeffrey Epstein's little black book, there were 14 phone numbers connected to Donald Trump, including contacts for his wife Melania, daughter Ivanka, ex-wife Ivana, staff, and properties like Mar-a-Lago. But what's happening now is MAGA is starting to retreat and move away from a guy who's been accused by two women who were at Epstein's island when they were kids, and they said that Trump had sex with them when they were 13. And here's another point. Trump denied ever visiting the island, but the plane manifests have him going there 7 times. It's undeniable. He calls it fake news, but that's not working anymore. So who will turn on him and make the difference if that's possible?
Elon Musk is making a pretty good point. He's saying the only reason they're not releasing the files is because Donald Trump's name is in them. Now, I don't know whether that's true or not. That's what Musk is saying. And of course, that drives Donald Trump crazy. But they're not releasing them. And they said they would release them. They said they would release everything. Then there would be no redactions. Everybody would see everything, all the dirty secrets about Epstein. And you know, the other thing, Nicole, to remember here is the other way autocracies splinter is if there are power centers away from the autocracy that can really make a difference. And this is where Elon Musk's money is pretty darn important. I mean, he may have spent $250 million helping Donald Trump gain the Oval Office. He can spend billions starting a new party, and it won't impact his lifestyle.
So here's what I want to know, and probably you too. Is there any way that if there's an audio tape or videotape of Trump with these young girls, would it make a difference? Would these people change their minds?
So what if he wants to grab pussy? I want to grab pussy.
I'm not sure anymore. No one seemed to care about Trump's sexual proclivities with Miss Universe contestants or Russian hookers or Stormy.
Prove that I'm lying. Prove I didn't see your dick.
But what about young girls? Would MAGA actually say no mas and say, give us the cat ladies guy instead?
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
We live in an ass-backward world where Republicans want Leave It to Beaver back, but seem willing to tolerate one of two disgusting scenarios. 1, Trump is hiding this information to protect friends. Or 2, these people are willing to hold on to power, even if it means allowing Trump to do the unthinkable just to keep their taxes lower. Because, baby, that's where we're at.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Goddamn right.
Do you have no shame?
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Tick-tock.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.